Have you ever had that strange feeling that there's some hidden Have you ever had that strange feeling that there's some hidden system running your life? You know, like a ghost in the machine that's making decisions for you just beneath the surface? Well, guess what? There is. And today, we're going to pull back that curtain and meet your brain's powerful and very real autopilot. So let's start with a big question, maybe a slightly uncomfortable one. Are you really in control? I mean, just think about your day so far. How many of your actions, your reactions, your little thoughts, were they truly conscious choices? We all love to think we're the captain of our own ship, but a lot of the time, someone else is at the helm. And this ghost actually has a name, the cognitive autopilot. You might have heard psychologists call it System 1 thinking. It's your brain's fast, intuitive, totally automatic mode. And here's the thing, it's not a bug in your system, it's a feature. It's this incredibly powerful energy-saving program that handles literally thousands of tiny decisions every day. It's how you can drive a familiar route while planning dinner in your head. It's super efficient, for sure. But as we're about to see, it kind of has its own agenda.
So what does it actually feel like when this System 1 is running the whole show? I'm willing to bet some of these next few moments are going to feel, well, very familiar.
Okay, here's a classic. You pick up your phone, right, just to check one little thing, and then bam, you look up and 20 minutes have completely vanished. You've been scrolling, but you weren't really there. Your fingers were moving, your eyes were scanning everything, but your conscious mind was totally checked out. That is your autopilot in its natural habitat. Or what about the daily commute? You leave your house, you get to work, and you have almost zero memory of the journey itself. It's like you were on this pre-programmed track, a robotic routine that your brain can run perfectly without any help from you. It really feels like you're just a passenger in your own body, doesn't it?
And the result of all this autopilot time? The day just disappears. It's simple, really. When you're not present for all those small moments, time starts to feel like it's speeding up, just slipping right through your fingers. You get to the end of the day, you feel totally drained, but you're also left wondering, wait, where did it all go?
Now, having this System 1 is useful, no doubt, but it isn't always your friend. Sometimes its little shortcuts and all that old programming can play some pretty sneaky tricks on you, leading you down paths you would never, ever consciously choose to go down. And these traps, they're pretty predictable. Your autopilot makes instant snap judgments based on old and, frankly, often biased data. It can get you completely stuck in these awful anxiety loops, just replaying the same worry over and over and over. And it creates this incredible illusion of control, making you think you chose to get angry, when really, it was just a pre-programmed emotional reaction that went off before you even had a chance to think. Just think about that for a second. That first flash of anger you feel, that initial wave of judgment about someone, that immediate anxious thought that pops into your head, so often that's coming from the autopilot, not from you. It's an echo of your past experiences, your old fears, your conditioning, all fired off by your lightning-fast System 1. And when these tricks take over, this is exactly what it feels like. You're not thinking, you're being thought at. It's like you're caught in this storm of chaotic, repetitive, and usually negative thoughts that can leave you feeling completely overwhelmed, stressed out, and just lost. Okay, that all sounds pretty bleak, I know. But here's the turn. There is a way to navigate this storm. And believe it or not, it is profoundly simple. It all starts with a single moment of realization. That's it. That's the whole secret. You're lost in that storm of chaotic thoughts until you notice that you're lost. The second you become aware that you're on autopilot, everything changes. This simple act of noticing is you finally engaging what psychologists call System 2, your slower, more deliberate, conscious mind. It's like a light finally breaking through the clouds. So, this path to awareness really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you just acknowledge that System 1 is at work. You just say to yourself, there's my autopilot doing its thing. No judgment, no fighting it. Second, you just observe the thoughts without getting swept away by them. You watch them come and go, like clouds in the sky. And third, in that tiny little space you've just created, your System 2 gets to make a choice. You can choose a different action, a different response. And what happens when you do this? Well, the chaotic firing in your brain actually slows down. The mental storm starts to calm down. That simple act of noticing brings this immediate sense of peace and clarity. You're no longer fighting the storm, you're just watching it from a peaceful shore.
Now, this isn't just about feeling a little less stressed. This is about fundamentally changing the entire relationship you have with your own mind. It's about shifting from a life of constant reaction to a life of true intention.
I mean, just look at the difference here. These are two totally different ways of living. When System 1 is in charge, life is reactive, it's robotic, and it's ruled by old fears. But with awareness, with your System 2 engaged, you become intentional, you're present, you're calm, and you're guided by conscious choice. You're still you, but you're operating from a completely different command center. And this is absolutely crucial. This is not a battle. Your autopilot, your System 1, it's an amazing tool. You don't want to defeat it or get rid of it. The goal is to stop being its passenger and start being its pilot. You learn when to let it handle the easy stuff and when you, your conscious System 2, need to grab the controls for the really important decisions.
When you learn this skill, you move through the world differently. You're no longer being yanked around by all these unconscious habits and fears. You are walking forward with a quiet confidence, a sense of clarity, and a real feeling of control over your own inner world.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought. Your autopilot is always going to be there. It's strings ready to guide your every action and reaction. But now you can see them. So the only question left is, are you going to let it keep doing all the pulling, or are you finally ready to take hold of the strings yourself?